What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Today's video might feel a little bit different, okay? Just roll with it, alright? Let's start off with some news for the unemployed. Starting with Nina Lynn, okay? She's been banned on Twitch yet again. On November 29th, a short clip from Nina Lynn's live stream went viral, showing her at a Target self-checkout, scanning a pack of butter, but allegedly hiding a steak inside of her bag. The user created a compilation of all the times that Nina Lynn may have stolen things during her live stream. I'll play the clip for you right here.
I got these from Target too. Guess how much I paid? $3.99. How much is the cake? $39. $39? Okay. Fuck.
Continue scanning.
What the fuck? How do I get this? Just here.
Please make sure to scan all items.
Pay now.
Remove all purchased items.
If it don't scan, it's free, right? Why is it not scanning?
They're coming. Hide the stuff.
Okay. We're gonna. You got it. Oh, damn it! Is it more? Yes, it's more. Shit. Can you just continue this? It's not scanning this shit.
I'm with it. Come on, let's go. We out. We out.
This right here is crazy. No way, bro. This shit really about to be 30 bucks.
As of December 2nd, 2025, her Twitch channel has once again been deactivated, making this the third ban on her platform. Personally, guys, I hope the ban sticks. This is the same Nina Lynn that received a 1-week ban for sexually assaulting another person on stream. Since her return, she's literally only doubled down on her energy, showing literally no remorse, calling everybody who dislikes her a hater. In my opinion, the bigger issue is Twitch, okay? The fact that Twitch is actually enforcing and allowing people like Nina Lynn to exist on their platform with no repercussions, or the repercussions being a nice little 2-day, 3-day week vacation, is kind of similar to how they've been operating in the past, where they enable this behavior. It creates negative attention, and for these streamers, negative attention is exactly what they need to continue to thrive. My guess is she'll be unbanned in a few days. I'll let you guys know. Anyway, a very huge update when it comes to the Klein, Kaceytron lawsuit situation. December 2nd, streamer Kaceytron publicly apologized in a video, admitting she was wrong to dismiss the copyright lawsuit filed by Klein over her streaming of his content nuke video, without any sufficient transformation, acknowledging that she acted partly to garner sympathy. As a part of the settlement, she committed to giving the remaining funds from her GoFundMe, initially raised for legal defense, to both Ethan and his wife, Hila.
I want to begin by stating I take responsibility for infringing the content nuke. The lawsuit was not frivolous. When I said the lawsuit was frivolous and based on misogyny, it was to garner sympathy, protect my own reputation, and retaliate against the Kleins. This lawsuit has given me a greater understanding of copyright protection, people's copyrights, and the importance of protecting copyrights in the online content creation community. It is important for the entire content creation community to respect the intellectual property rights of other creators, and I will adhere to the lessons I've learned throughout this process going forward. I also want to make clear that I did not receive any support, financial or otherwise, from Hassan Piker. Hassan never even reached out to me privately to offer words of support. Speaking honestly, I found his indifference to my suffering hurtful, especially after he hinted he might help me behind the scenes. It felt like he wanted to receive credit from the public for helping me without providing any. As to the GoFundMe money, to the extent there are any remaining funds after I pay my attorney's fees, I have agreed to pay the remaining funds to the clients. The funds will not go to anyone else, including Denims or Frogan, to defend their lawsuits. For the record, I have agreed to cooperate with the clients in their litigation against the H3 Snark mods for promoting my live stream to the extent that I am able. I will offer my support, including testifying under oath to everything I have just stated, to help their cause. I also want to take the opportunity to acknowledge other misconduct and bad behavior I have exhibited online. For example, weaponizing the death of Asmongold's mother was inexcusable. I should know better because I have 3 disabled people that rely on me. Moving forward, I will do better. I also want to apologize to the crew of the H3 podcast, particularly AB and Olivia. I apologize for calling them cowards for not quitting their jobs. That was a shameful attack on two people who deeply care about Palestine and Palestinian people. AB, along with his wife Lena, have done more than I have ever done for the Palestinian people, including raising over $100,000 in charity. I recognize that they have actually made Palestinian lives better, and my online antagonism and trolling has not. I apologize to Ethan and Gila personally. I have said extremely mean and cruel things about both of them, particularly my misogynistic attacks against Gila that never should have been said. I also want to acknowledge the pervasive problem of anti-Semitism in leftist spaces. It should concern all of us. I condemn it and will not participate in it. To that end, I wish the Klein's success in enforcing TED Entertainment's copyright and protecting the legal rights of online content creators.
Afterwards, Ethan has accepted the apology in a public statement calling for fans to quote-unquote move on, which effectively closes the chapter, at least legally, of the dispute.
What a heartfelt. I mean, like genuinely, and I'm gonna say something. Kaceytron, we've said it continually throughout this. You are extraordinarily funny and a very talented person. And I wish you all the best in the future, in your future endeavors. And I know you will continue to make people laugh and to continue to bring joy to people in that regard. I do. I think you are extremely funny and very clever. So, and I accept your apology. I do. And I appreciate all the sincerity and just all the specific. A lot of the stuff in there was really, I think, warranted, and I'm glad that she's come to terms with a lot of it, and I appreciate it. I really think she's turned a new leaf. I do.
Context in case you guys have no idea what's happening. Okay, Ethan Klein is currently suing 3 streamers. I think I've mentioned this before. Denims, Froggen, and Kaceytron, or what was Kaceytron. Kaceytron has dropped out. All 3 streamers are being sued for the same reason, copyright infringement. In the past, Ethan Klein's Cartoonic video was officially registered with the US Copyright Office. And as of yesterday, Denims has claimed that she's going to continue to pursue a trial while also leaking that Froggen will most likely be attempting to settle in the same way that Kaceytron did. There are some people who are suggesting that there's a video clip that's floating around somewhere where Denims is basically admitted to the fact that she was trying to steal revenue from his video. So I don't know how that's going to play into the court case, but I'll let you guys know. And my guess is that we're not seeing a 2026 court date. Okay, the lawyer fees for over an entire year for this will be astronomical, and I don't know if Denims can afford that, so we'll see. I'll let you guys know how this pans out. We got some VTuber news when it comes to my girl Zentreya, who's currently under fire for her new army style outfit. In case you guys didn't know, a few days ago, VTuber Zentreya debuted a new model design dubbed General Zentreya, which features a military-inspired uniform. While some fans praised the redesign, there was a couple of people who basically said that it looked like an extremist uniform, which then sparked heavy backlash on social media. There's been many tweets from a lot of people who are basically calling Zentreya's outfit a Nazi outfit, saying here, would you look at that, another big VTuber turns out to be a Nazi. However, even though Zentreya has been receiving a lot of public support, with a lot of people saying like, yeah, I think people are kind of blowing this out of proportion, it seems like she's kind of folding underneath the pressure. She recently tweeted, I'm done. I'm so tired. I just want to have an awesome end of the year. I've been through so much and you kicked me when I was about to get back up. I tried to fix things. I will go back and see what can be changed, or if I can scrap the entire model, it's not worth losing friends. Followed by, I wasn't even losing any friends. Everyone was happy with me because they know me, but them getting harassed as well to where they are tired to, as well as many other people. This is just tiring, man. I'm tired. In my opinion, Zentreya has been one of the most unproblematic and nicest VTubers that I've seen on the internet space, and that's saying something because VTubers are usually not very nice. She's actually one of my favorite VTubers, so I'm a little bit biased, but yes, I saw the uniform, but not every single military uniform is a nod at Hitler. I don't know why people keep doing that, but it seems like a way to kind of get clicks, I think. I feel like we're kind of like in this new phase where it's like very popular to just call people very extreme things like pedophiles or Nazis without actually using the word properly. And it seems like Zentreya has become a victim of that mentality. I think she will be fine, albeit no one should have to deal with that, especially when they're not even about that life. But I think the public support will carry her very far, including me. I stand with Zentreya. So if you guys got a problem with her, you got a problem with me. So that's the unemployed news. Let's talk about some things that you guys probably need to know. There's a few things in politics I need to catch you guys up on. One being with the Trump administration, who's currently under fire after this strike on a drug smuggling boat. In case you guys didn't know, there's been news reports that reveal that a U.S. military operation ordered underneath the Trump administration conducted a quote-unquote double tap strike on a suspected drug smuggling boat in the Caribbean. The first missile apparently disabled the boat. However, the second strike reportedly killed survivors who were still in the water. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth told Congress he watched the initial strike live, but quote-unquote didn't stick around, end quote, to see what happened afterward.
As far as the attack is concerned, I still haven't gotten a lot of information because I rely on Pete. But to me, it was an attack. It wasn't 1 strike, 2 strikes, 3 strikes. Somebody asked me a question about the second strike. I didn't know about the second strike. I didn't know anything about people. I wasn't involved in it. I knew they took out a boat. Pete didn't know about second attack having to do with 2 people. I guess Pete would have to speak to it. I can say this. I want those boats taken out. And if we have to, we'll attack on land also, just like we attack on sea.
I have empowered them to make that call. Now, the first couple of strikes, as you would, as any leader would want, you want to own that responsibility. So I said, I'm going to be the one to make the call after getting all the information and make sure it's the right strike. That was September 2nd. I watched that first strike live. As you can imagine, at the Department of War, we got a lot of things to do. So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally occurs. So I moved on to my next meeting. A couple of hours later, I learned that that commander had made which he had the complete authority to do, and by the way, Admiral Bradley made the correct decision to ultimately sink the boat and eliminate the threat. He sunk the boat, and eliminated the threat. And it was the right call. We have his back. And the American people are safer.
So you didn't see any survivors, to be clear, after that first strike?
I did not personally see survivors, but I stand, because the thing was on fire. It was exploded in fire or smoke. You can't see anything. You got digital. This is called the fog of war. This is what you in the press don't understand. You sit in your air-conditioned offices or up on Capitol Hill and you nitpick and you plant fake stories in the Washington Post about kill everybody, phrases on anonymous sources not based in anything, not based in any truth at all. And then you want to throw out really irresponsible terms about American heroes, about the judgment that they made. President Trump has empowered commanders to do what is necessary, which is dark and difficult things in the dead of night on behalf of the American people. We support them, and we will stop the poisoning of the American people.
TLDR, the U.S. bombed a boat twice, okay, killing survivors, and people want answers, specifically Congress. Also in politics, what you guys gotta need to know is this whole thing going on with Trump versus Slaughter. It's a Supreme Court case that could basically reshape how presidential power works. The Supreme Court is preparing to hear Trump versus Slaughter, which is a case that challenges a long-standing limit on how much control the president has over independent federal agencies, which include the FTC, the SEC, and the CFPB. For decades, these agencies were designed to be quote-unquote insulated from politics, meaning that their leaders could only be fired for just cause, not simply because a president disagreed with them. However, Trump's legal team is arguing that the structure violates the Constitution by restricting the president's ability to oversee the executive branch. If the court sides with Trump, though, future presidents, not just him, would have the power to hire and fire agency heads at will. The supporters, they're saying that this will finally make agencies more accountable. However, critics warn it would allow presidents to politicize watchdogs that are supposed to operate independently. TLDR, if Trump wins this case, he will have more power going forward when it comes to these agencies, and if he loses, well, then things will just go back to normal. I'm not sure if you guys heard, but the Diddy doc just dropped on Netflix. It's called Sean Combs: The Reckoning. In case you guys didn't know, Netflix, they released a 4-part docuseries examining Sean Diddy Combs' career, power scandals, and the events leading to his 2024 conviction. The documentary includes exclusive interviews, industry insiders, behind-the-scene footage, and accusations of a lot of abuse and a lot of corruption. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard they talked about the whole concept about Diddy basically hiring somebody to kill Tupac, which I mean, if you listen to any kind of like Eminem lyric for like the past 10 years and what everyone else has been saying as well, I don't think that's a surprise. And gaming news, guys, today is Metroid Prime 4 Day Ahead is officially dropped and it's officially here. For those of you guys who don't know, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is a 2025 action-adventure game developed by Retro Studios and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo Switch and the Switch 2. You kind of know what this is or you don't. It's the long-awaited Samus game that we've been waiting for years and years. It's here. It's got good reviews. So if you need something to play for December, it's time. Like, it's time. Anime and streaming news, guys. I don't know if you heard about this, but Amazon has some new subtitles on their animes and it's getting absolutely obliterated by its viewers. Amazon Prime Video tested AI-generated English and Latin American Spanish dubs on anime titles, including Banana Fish, No Game No Life, Vinland Saga, Pet, and Journal of the Mysterious Creatures as part of a pilot program started in March. However, as of December 3rd, the AI dubs vanished from Banana Fish and No Game No Life 0, though they still remain on some of the other shows amid ongoing concerns concerns for human performers. This tweet here reading, justice for the Latin American actors too. Don't rest just because the English is down. We support all voice actors globally. Please respect their work and passions too. Damon Mills saying, I want to thank Amazon for removing their English AI dub of Banana Fish. That being said, myself and many others believe that every other language should be given the same respect. The same goes for every other piece of media that has been dubbed with AI for your platform. I believe the Spanish AI dub is still available at this time, and I sincerely hope that it will be soon given the same treatment as the English dub. Please, no half measures. We as creatives want to know that we're being heard and respected, that we have your support. A massive number of your consumers have now vehemently expressed they want real performers, not AI. It needs to be every AI dub, Prime Video, Amazon, not just the ones currently under fire. Thank you for hearing us, and I hope this is the beginning of the path toward a remedied future. TLDR, AI strikes again, okay? They're trying to phase out voice actors entirely, and in attempts of doing so, they're getting a lot of backlash because it absolutely freaking sucks. I can't actually play the video and the dubs for you guys to hear how bad it was, but it was absolutely freaking terrible. I don't feel really good about this. It feels like Amazon, like one of the biggest companies of all time, okay, Jeff Bezos, all right, is trying to phase out humans. AI trying to phase out humans one step at a time, doesn't matter where it is. It looks like they failed this time, but as AI continues to get better and better, my fear is that the fight is going to get worse and worse. But right now we got a W. I'm very glad that they were able to remove these AI subtitles, and I'll let you guys know if there's anything else that progresses from that. And last but not least, we'll talk a little bit about me and things I've been kind of watching, consuming, reading, things that I found out, a little bit of rants. Jaden saying, tell us your thoughts about Stranger Things Season 5 Volume 1. It was good. I liked it. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Don't worry. Relax. Okay. But I really enjoyed it. Okay. I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things. I'm a huge fan of the whole concept of 80s and 90s and retro, and I love all the actors on the show. A lot of people have been giving some negative reviews about it, kind of like poking fun at certain actors. I think specifically Noah Schnapp. But I would say that if you kind of just watch it without looking at the media, without looking at Twitter, kind of just take it for what it is, it's a very enjoyable experience. I will say it's a little sus though, because everyone got older, so I still have this feeling where it's like, why does everyone seem so much older? It's kind of weird, but as I continued to watch and just kind of went with the flow of the show and not take it too seriously, I felt like it was very enjoyable. So far though, I will say that Stranger Things Season 4 has been my favorite, okay? I feel like the pacing for Season 4 was absolutely amazing. Some of the cliffhangers, running up that hill, running up that hill, running up that river. I love Season 4, but you know, keeping to watch Season 5, I'll keep an open mind. I'm definitely going to watch it. And I think the next half comes out in December on Christmas. And then I think the final episode might be coming out in movie theaters as well. So yeah, DMJ posted this and said my top 5 podcasts of 2025. Thanks so much, DMJ. A lot of you guys have been sending me your YouTuber thing, and I didn't even realize my channel was listed as a podcast, but I might have accidentally applied that. But if you guys have been watching, I really appreciate it. Okay, a lot of you guys have been asking me to actually put it on like Spotify and Apple Music as well, which I might do in the future. We'll see. I'm still trying to like perfect the formula that we got here, but thanks for watching, guys. Okay, if you guys did watch me and I'm one of your top 5 podcasts, then that's good. And if I'm not, well, we got problems, okay? I thought we were friends. I thought we were parasocially besties. I don't know if I already talked about this, but Will Phoenix saying Rush Hour 4 is happening thanks to Trump, okay? I feel like we've been trying to get Rush Hour 4 for a really long time, okay? One of my tweets actually went viral because I was like, I hope it's racist, because Rush Hour 1, at least the original with Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, was one of my favorite movies of all time. I honestly love it. I mean, when I say of all time, I'm not just saying it. I know you guys like, Omni, you always say it's the greatest one of your all time, but I mean it. It's like a classic. It's so good. It's so good. It's racism, but funny, but it also brings people together with racism and brothership. I love everything about it. I love Jackie Chan. I love Chris Tucker. And I don't know if Trump is actually going to bring it back. I feel like I keep hearing that they're going to bring it back, but aren't these guys like 60 and 70 and 80, bro? Like, like, I don't know how you're going to get these old people. I mean, I guess you could get like some old racism and some old humor, but in my opinion, if it doesn't match the humor from Rush Hour 1, then everyone's going to absolutely hate it. You can't make a woke Rush Hour, okay? You just cannot. So you're either going to go back and emulate the process, or you're going to kind of just be a little bit PG rated with it, and it's not going to capture the same element. So in my opinion, go hard or don't come at all. Another thing, Zootopia 2. Again, no spoilers, but I watched Zootopia 2, the movie, and it was absolutely freaking brilliant. It might be one of my favorite Pixar movies. In terms of like sequels, like I was not expecting it to be that good. If you have not watched Zootopia 2, watch it. I highly recommend though. It's been a while since Zootopia 1 came out. Okay, so watch that one first somewhere and then go watch Zootopia 2 just so you can follow along based off what happened on the first one. But the movie does a lot of things. It's one of the first movies in a few times where I can see like the kids' perspective of how they're watching this movie and then the adults' perspective. A lot of these concepts will go over the kids' head. They want to understand everything. But if you're an adult and you're more understanding of how the world works, it hits you a lot differently. I cannot wait for Zootopia. I might watch it again, to be honest. Zootopia 2 was absolutely amazing. Is it my movie choice of the year? I can't remember what else came out this year, but it might be my movie of the year. And I said that's all I have for today's episode. If you guys made it to the end, just do me a favor, drop a like on the video. It's just an attendance record. It lets me know that you made it to the end. You watched the whole thing, okay? Subscribe if you guys daily news, and I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Brush your teeth. Stay safe on these streets because these streets are not safe. Take it easy. Peace.